Oh, DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, I think I will talk a little bit about something that happened this week. And while I'm talking, I'll be drinking Glendalough 7, which just, if you can see, I just want to touch this, is that this is something called St. Kevin, and it's a 7-year, and there's 7 little crosses. And the whole story around this whiskey is around the number 7, the number of perfection, which is actually the date of my birthday. Now, I made a video before, and it was so bad. What I mean by so bad is that when you open a whiskey very quickly and you taste it, at least in my case, nothing comes out of worthwhile. And I'm just not going to put that one up. I mean, I found that I didn't give it justice at all. I mean, nosing it now, after having it, in the glass for something like 20 minutes, the taste is coming out like the flowery notes, some of the citrus, the chocolate, and so on. And nothing of that was coming out at first. And it's pitiful in a way to make a video which you're supposed to see things, and I read the notes and I was saying, what the heck? And when you wait a while, it comes, and that's often the case with the first dram of a whiskey. So yeah, it's really nice. You can go and look. There's citrus, there's malt, there's oak to the taste, and almost what one would call a buttery kind of flavor. Oh, like here, like there's butterscotch just came out. Nothing of that came out in the beginning. So, I'm just not going to put it up. It's just too lousy. Now when I look at these things, and some might say, well, now you know it because you've read it. Well, no. Nothing was there. Like there's this cinnamon and pepper. It's there now because it's just kind of waited. And I have noticed that actually also when Andy Fuquig makes his whiskey vlogs, he takes his time. And I was probably trying to push it too quickly. And by taking my time, this has become a really, really nice dram. Now, that is not the main thing why I wanted to make this video. Like I said, it's a vlog while drinking whiskey. All of you know, at least those who follow the channel regularly, that I do some geocaching. Well, before Christmas, I went actually, Mrs. DC didn't come with me that time. I went to an event, which was a meal of we could almost call it the local section. There are no real sections, but the local geocachers. And we went to a restaurant, and there was a radio journalist there. And he went around talking with us, and asking us about geocaching. He was with someone. He was not like just there because of us. He happened to be with one of the other geocachers. And he had told us, I was interviewed, and he told us, well, I'll make it so that you guys know when it'll be on the radio, if ever. Now, the thing was that a guy came to me after work. He came to me yesterday morning at work and said, are you one of those guys that looks for these funny little boxes? And I said, well, I think I know what you mean. I said, are you talking about geocaching? And he said, well, yeah. He said, I just was driving because he has, in his job, he has to drive from, clients to clients and stuff like that. And he had the radio on. And he said it was like 7:20 in the morning, something like that. And he said, they were talking about this thing. And he said, I just had the radio on. He said, and then there was this guy that started talking. And I said, hey, I know that voice. I was interviewed quite long. Quite a long interview. They put a few seconds of it up there. But in the end, in my geocaching, in the interview, I'm talking about how geocaching is really good for families and stuff like that. But I was a little bit annoyed because, if I had not by chance had this person tell me about it, I wouldn't have, oh goodness. Yeah, very nice. Where was I? Since I interrupted myself. Yeah, I would not have known about it. And now I'm going to have to send off messages to the others to know if they heard about it. I hope they haven't, because if they have and they didn't tell me, I'm a little bit annoyed as well. But it's a good show. It was a few minutes where they're talking about geocaching, but also saying, that it's a good thing for tourism, because when you do geocaching, you often see things that you wouldn't see otherwise. So let me see. Just let me try and get a few things where I'm talking. Let's see. Here. You might hear it. Okay, just a minute.
Des musées, des lieux culturels qu'on trouverait peut-être pas dans les livres de tourisme, justement. Ça sert aussi à sortir des sentiers battus. Et puis il y en a pour tous les goûts. C'est-à-dire que, vous voyez, moi j'ai une canne par exemple, je peux pas me déplacer facilement, et ben j'ai aussi l'occasion de découvrir.
Now, just a minute. That is not me talking, as you can notice.
C'est une activité qui est super sympa pour les familles. On peut se promener en forêt.
Alors on est avec Cœur Vanille, dagocleo, Caroline et aussi Fait des Vanilles, des pseudos pour les géocacheurs. C'est comme ça que ça fonctionne. Pourquoi cette frénésie, cet attrait pour le géocaching?
On fait partie vraiment d'une communauté qui grandit régulièrement. C'est une activité qui est super sympa pour les familles. On peut se promener en forêt, on peut découvrir toutes sortes de choses. Et puis, quand les gens vraiment prennent la peine pour faire des caches pour les enfants, ils mettent des choses dedans, des petits souvenirs, des trucs comme ça. Donc, les enfants aiment bien, en fait.
L'occasion de découvrir des sites.
Okay. So basically, I was saying, it's a time to go in the forest and stuff like that, like I just mentioned before. So it was really cool to hear myself in a completely other context than a vlog. And to have the person come up to me and say, was that you? And I say, yeah. He says, I recognize your voice. And then, of course, I got the chance to do the geocaching gospel and tell him about it and so on. But it's funny because, we do vlogs. So basically, we're hearing ourselves almost several times a week, probably vlogging and so on. So it's no big deal. And I remember when I made the interview, it was no big deal. Somebody was asking me questions and I was answering. And it's surprising to hear oneself on the radio like that. And I think where's the difference? There's no video. It's just a voice. But it was fun. It was fun. So maybe my question to you guys is, have you also ever had a time when you were interviewed and ended up on the radio for one reason or another? It's really quite surprising and amusing in a way. It is. Okay, so I just wanted to share this. It's going to be my vlogging while drinking whiskey, because that 10-minute video which I made is not going up. It was such crap because I really didn't do justice to this really, really good whiskey. And really, it does show all the things that it talks about. So if you want to know about it, just, Google in Glendalough 7 and you will see what it is, because it is pretty well what it says. So we're coming up to 9 minutes, and that is long enough to both vlog and drink some whiskey with you. Okay. DC signing off. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. And be back soon.